Hi, this is Scoo with Scoo's Whiskey Minute. Today we're going to talk about how to taste whiskey. We did how to drink whiskey, but this is slightly different. How to taste whiskey, how to get the most out of your whiskey. First, the glass. We have some examples of glasses here. This is a tumbler. This is good for drinking something on the rocks, but it's not good for just tasting whiskey. So we're going to push that aside. Martini glass, good for a Manhattan or a cocktail, but again, not ideal for tasting whiskey. For tasting whiskey, you want a snifter type glass. This is a Glencairn glass, which is made especially for whiskey. So what do you do when you're drinking your whiskey? I poured myself a nice bourbon here. This is a Parker's Heritage bourbon, which is an excellent bourbon from Heaven Hill. So I've got my little snifter full here, and the first thing you want to do is you take a sniff, right? And just take in the smell. Now, if you want to pretend you work for, say, a whiskey magazine or website, you can sort of free associate and say the first 10 things that come to your mind. Grapes, plums, nectarines. If you be very specific, it sounds a little better. 1932 Bordeaux, Campbell's New England Clam Chowder, et cetera, et cetera. But the truth is, just smell it and get the most out of it you can. Then take a little taste. Circulate it in your mouth like you would if you were wine tasting. Don't take a big swallow because it's not wine. It's Parker's Heritage, 61.3% alcohol. So it will burn you if you take a big mouthful and gurgle it around. So just take a little bit. Taste it. Now you want to get the finish. The finish is what you taste after you swallow. The best way to do that is to swallow the whiskey, concentrate on the flavor you're feeling, and then breathe out through your nose. When you breathe out through your nose, you'll get a huge flavor after having swallowed the whiskey. And that's how you get what they call the finish. Step 2, you want to have some water, drink some water to cleanse your palate, and then add some water, just a little. Should be about room temperature. Slosh around a little. You'll smell again. You'll smell new things. The water opens it up. What it really does is cut the alcohol and allows you to sense more of the flavor that's in there. Now take another sip. You'll taste less of the alcohol, you'll taste more of the flavor. Now feel the finish. That's how you taste a whiskey. Thanks for tuning in.